Do not give up yet. Most of us step into marriage with some images in our minds of what marriage life will be like. For some individuals, the image is clear and easy to describe. For others, the ideal image of their marriage will not become clear until they start thinking about things that do not happen. Things may slowly deteriorate, and learning to save your marriage seems impossible. That's when they realize they really have expectations about what a married life will look like. Even with the best of intent and with definite intentions, it can be difficult for couples to maintain intimacy and enough time to develop a relationship together. The answer is, yes, your marriage may last. If you do some of the following: 1. Take time to think. Ask yourself this: how bad does it feel to be in your relationship right now? It feels as simple as drifting, but can it be easily repaired? It seems you are living like a roommate? Do you find that you are arguing more than ever? Do you or your spouse seem to have a lot of anger and resentment that makes it hard to engage in meaningful conversation? Give a number on a scale of 1 to 5 related to your relationship. You are number 1 if you feel it can be easily fixed, and you are number 5 if there is a lot of resentment and someone dropped the lettuce divorce bomb. Think of your spouse's accessibility. As said earlier, life's happening. Think about what is happening in life right now. If either of you is under excessive stress or faces too long a deadline, it's better to postpone intervention or plan it carefully. However, don't leave it for long, or it may never be done until it's too late. 2. Take time to plan. Based on your assessment of everything, now is the time to plan your next steps. This step may take some time, depending on how much you feel hurt and the level of damage you believe your marriage is at this time. If you are 4 or 5 on a relationship scale, you may have trouble believing that things may be different from your current situation. What are the top 2 or 3 things you know will be helpful for your spouse now with what to face in life? Strategically, how to discuss these things with your spouse. If things will change in any way, better or worse, someone needs to try to get things off the table where they can be discussed. If you don't have much success in trying this kind of discussion, then you need to do it differently from what you have in the past. You can discuss this with a friend to get some input, but be careful in this. Your spouse may not like the fact that others know the difficulties you are facing, and you do not want to discuss with someone who is having trouble keeping up. If you are involved in a religious community, try switching to someone who has been a past counselor or counselor. The goal is to provide a way to participate in a discussion related to your assessment of the relationship and determine how to change it for the better. 3. Take time to take action. At some point, you will need to breathe in a bit of air, say prayers and start the discussion. When you do this, don't be surprised if things go in a direction you never expected. In fact, you should prepare for this and fight the trend of self-defense. If you want to understand how to save your marriage, you must take the time to think about this. Your preparation should mean that the emotional aspect has been removed from your presentation, and now it's a bit more realistic than it was at first. Your spouse doesn't have the time to do that, so force yourself in and move on and allow some emotions to be inflated at first. Let your spouse know that you have thought about what they might want in the relationship. When you give them a list of things you think will be important to them, ask what you missed and take the time to discuss. Tell your spouse that beyond the desires they may have, you believe there are also things they need. Clarify how it will help you with those needs. Here are some initial steps to resolving an increasingly distant relationship. Don't expect to solve everything in a discussion, and don't be too painful or disappointed if there is little or no change on your first try. Please refer to our Marriage Secrets link below in the video description. It is a great tool to help you realize your will in the fastest and most effective way.